Full disclosure, a review copy of this game was provided to me either by its publisher or development team. Moonlighter, a Zelda shopkeep. Moonlighter is a Zelda dungeon crawler meets store management game where you play as Will. You're shopkeeper by day, dungeon crawler by night. At first I thought this game was ridiculously unfair and needlessly difficult. You go into these dungeons, you attack these monsters that drop items, and your goal is to make it back to your shop with as much as you can. But enemies were doing crazy damage. Dying would start me back to the beginning of the dungeon and I would drop everything I had. Worse, every time the dungeon was now different. It's random every time. I was so ready to tear this game apart. And then I got it. I understood the game and that's when it got its hooks in me. The overall objective of the game is to clear 4 dungeons and unlock the 5th and final gate. Make it through 4 doors and then take down its boss for a key. Doing so will unlock the next dungeon, but you're not going to do it on pure skill alone. You need better weapons and you need better armor, and you need to save the materials and money for this gear. This is where the hook of the game comes into play. You aren't going to just go in and clear a dungeon. There's a hook of explore the dungeon, get as many materials as you can without pushing it or risk losing it all. Once you're satisfied with the gear you've collected, you then use your pendant to teleport back, which does cost cash. To earn this money, you sell the items in your shop, which is another almost as addictive aspect of this game. You aren't going up to a merchant and selling what you don't need, you are the merchant. You put your items on display and townspeople will come in to look at what you have. Some even try to steal what you have. They'll react to your prices and you adjust the prices up and down accordingly. And then there's an added layer strategy of what to do with this newly acquired cash. Dump it into your shop so you earn more money for the items sold, bring a new Moonlighter so you can purchase weapons, potions, and items, invest in your bed so you can enter a dungeon with an extra layer of protection, all this so you'll be able to go deeper into a dungeon each time. Gathering the materials needed to craft one of several weapon types, as you're able to carry 2 at a time. I personally chose to go with the 2-handed sword and an elemental bow. But before I put my effort into the weapons, I put my effort into crafting the best armor I could with the materials found in my current dungeon. Every dungeon of course housing new materials. There's also strategy in how you arrange the items in your bags, as some items found in chests that are unlocked after clearing a room can be cursed positively or negatively, breaking other items when you return to town or needing to be placed in a certain position in your bag, for example. This keeps the dungeon crawling and item management addictive. It stops the game from feeling like a stale resource gathering game. You'll also be able to summon a portal for an insane amount of cash that will take you back to town and let you teleport back into the same dungeon or room you left off in. As no matter how deep you get, if you die or leave and don't use this portal, you start at the beginning of a random dungeon. And getting to the 4th room is no easy feat. At least not until you have the best gear, though there are rejuvenating pools to give you some health to help you along your way. I would personally save these portals for the room right before the boss. Go back to town, buy some potions, go in once I have all the best armor and weapons possible at that point, and clean house. It did start to feel a bit repetitive to me in the 4th dungeon, which was about 10 hours in. But ultimately I'm surprised how addictive this game ended up being, taking me around 15 hours to clear, and I was hooked the entire time. I hated Moonlighter in the beginning, but I slowly fell in love. I give Moonlighter an 8 out of 10. If you played Moonlighter, tell me what you thought about it down in the comment section below. If you haven't played it, tell me if you plan on picking it up. Thumbs up. If you liked the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon so that I can continue to bring you reviews for all the newest games at patreon.com/superkengaming. You'll get access to early audio and video versions of reviews, exclusive Let's Play videos, and you'll even get to choose the game I play next. Thanks for watching, and of course, stay beautiful.